welcome to Vision Month 2017. My name is Lisa and I want to say an extra special welcome to you if this is your first time here or you're visiting today. We'd love to say hi, hear your feedback, or give you a chance to ask questions. So you've been given a Connect card in your handout, which you can fill in. It will be collected a bit later on. You can also connect through our website or on Facebook. Well, for Vision Month, we spent a few weeks focusing on who we are as a church, where we have come from over the past year, and prayerfully look ahead to what God has for us in the coming year. This year, we are particularly celebrating the diversity and unity that we have in our church family. If you look around our church, you see people with all kinds of gifts, passions, and experiences. We are diverse in ethnicity, age, and life stage. We are men, women, single, married, parents, children, youth, single parents, widows, and so on. Life looks different for each of us. We are a diverse group, but at the same time, we are one body, one family, unified by faith in Jesus Christ and partners in the gospel. God doesn't call us to follow him alone, but in this diverse, messy, and wonderful family. Though we are diverse, we are unified in love, in longing, and purpose, and that's why we are celebrating over these next few weeks. I'll talk more about these things coming up, but first we asked you what you like about church and what you have found encouraging over the past year.
Well, it's a very connected family. Regardless of which congregation or whatever, you can meet up with anybody in the church, and it feels close. It feels easy.
I love the fact that as part of Tack Church family, I really see Christ's love reflected in everything that I do. I really love the relationships that are so grounded in Christ's love that I get to be a part of every week.
When my wife and I first came along here, we found people very generous with, friendship. So it's been great.
Well, there's been many times because whether it be through growth group or for working alongside people in the congregation or just random people coming up to you after the service and just chatting to you, there's always some encouragement going on.
So I'm personally part of the youth leadership team here at TAC, and one of the things that's been really encouraging is seeing the youth leadership team come together, work so well together, love self-sacrificially in order to serve the kids at the church, and seeing those kids come to know God's love through the community here and through encountering Him in the Bible.
One of the ministers here had a short chat with my wife and I, asked how we're going, and that was really touching. A couple of weeks after we got here, we were encouraged by his interest in our lives and concern for us. Yeah.
Hi everyone, I've been looking forward to today for a long time. Our vision here at Toongabbie Anglican is to maximise the impact of our church for Jesus, making the most of the time and the resources that God has entrusted to us. We're passionate about seeing thousands of people in our area encounter the hope, community and purpose that only comes from a true encounter with the extraordinary God. Today, Vision Month begins. It's a time to celebrate the diversity and unity that God has blessed us with and to dream together about the future. Every year we put together a little booklet that gives you an overview of where we're heading with some encouraging stories, some updates, our goals and different things. Have a look and be encouraged. Be praying for God's work among us because it's extraordinary.
Something we do each year is to ask you as part of the church family to commit again to the vision, the mission and passion of our church as we build each other up to be like Jesus as we reach out into our community. We ask you to commit your skills and gifts, your time and money to the gospel as God calls us to. We take the opportunity to express our thanksgiving to God for what He's done for us in a tangible way through a number of what we call Thanksgiving projects. Now, money given to these projects really helps us take important steps forward in a number of areas. It's been really helpful this year, and we hope this will be the case again next year. All the info is in your Vision booklet, but today I'm just going to highlight one of these projects. Now, last year during Vision Month, we raised money to AstroTurf the toddlers outdoor space, and this has simply revolutionised how the teams are able to care for these little ones and to serve their parents. It's been so helpful. Thank you to those who gave to that need last year. This year we're turning our attention to the preschoolers' space. They currently meet in a lounge room which is often not really big enough for their needs. We'd love to raise some money to refurbish that space, to knock down a wall, to give them some more room in a safe and engaging environment. If this is something that you'd like to contribute to, then you can use the response form to give to the project today or over the next few weeks. More details of that project and the others in the vision booklet, and we'll be sharing more over the coming month. Thanks.
There are a couple of things that are going on apart from our services over Vision Month. Next week we're doing a prayer walk. What's a prayer walk, you ask? Good question. After the 10 a.m. service and before the 6 p.m. service, we go out in small groups and walk or drive around the area and pray for the people in our community. It reminds us that God has put us here among so many ordinary people like us who need to be encountering the extraordinary God. After 10 a.m, we'll have a barbecue, the jumping castle will be out and we'll make an afternoon of it. This should help parents get out and about while the kids are being looked after. 6 p.mers will meet at 4:30 before church next week to do the same kind of thing. Now, if you're worried about missing out on the barbecue, don't worry. We'll have a dinner together the week after because we'll be celebrating the baptism of a couple of people in our congregation. The other thing to know is we are having our Thanksgiving dinner here on the 28th. Sign up for that after the service. More details of these things are in your handout, and as always, there is the member hub on our church website. You can get there by going to www.taclife.church. There's lots going on. I encourage you to really get into it. Enjoy celebrating what God has done for us as we meet together and eat together over the coming weeks. See you next week.